Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Developers 2.0. So in this video we're going to see a CRUD operation using a Spring Boot, and this will be in continuation of our earlier two video for the telescope contest assignment. And within this we're going to solve the day 3 assignment for the telescope. Okay, let's start with. So earlier we have built the core Java project, which is console based application. So what all operation we are doing over there is we are adding products, we are getting all products. Even we have specific products fetching operation also. And along with this, we have some more operation like getting product based on text, getting product based on place, getting product whose warranty has been exceeded. Okay. So for the same for the same application, what we have done, we have created one product uh, class, and we have attached the attribute named as name, type, place, and warranty. And we have performed all the operation like fetching the list of products or adding the list, adding a product in the list. So to do so, we have created product service. Within this product service class, we have multiple operation like adding product, getting all products, getting product based on the name, like text, place, and getting product out of warranty. So this were the operation that we have performed. But in this video, we're going to convert this project console-based Java application to a Spring Boot application. And to do so, we have created one Spring Boot application. And in HTS Spring Tool Suite, you can do the same by going in the file, then new, then Spring Starter project. And here you can provide the name of your project, give the group artifact ID and the description as well. So in the similar fashion, I had created a Spring Boot application project for the product where I am storing all the product, getting product list, and even getting the specific product from the products list. Also, I perform some operation like getting product based on name, getting product based on text, uh, getting product also warranty has been exceeded. And all the data we are going to store in the Postgres. And in order to do so, I created one table using this query, create table product, ID serial primary key, name text, type text, place text, warranty integer. By this, what I mean is I'm going to have a product who is going to have an ID as a primary key, and then I'm going to have a name, then type, then place, then warranty. Okay, so this will be the schema of my product table within Postgres. So as you can see that I had inserted some data within this table from the Spring Boot itself. And after adding the data in this Postgres, the moment I run this query, select star from product, I'm going to get the output in this format, like ID, name, type, place, and warranty. And ID is my auto-generated value. And to do the same in Spring Boot, like we need to configure some file in order to connect Postgres. And before that, we're going to need some dependencies, which we have injected in our pom.xml file. So within my pom.xml file, I had Spring Starter project, data JP, then REST for having the RESTful API. I could make the RESTful connection from the Postman itself. Then I had make use of Lombok in order to avoid the boilerplate code for getters and setters. and toString. Along with these, we have constructor also in the Lombok. So this is dev tools and Postgres. Similarly, we're going to have so much more dependencies. Now let's starting with our project. Before starting the project, we need to set some properties for our application. Once we are done with the injecting our Postgres and the form.xml, all the settings we're going to have internally. Just we need to make sure that we are setting the properties, because all the configuration has been made by Spring itself for my Postgres. And within application.properties, I'm going to set the URL, and I'm going to pass the username and the password for the same. Okay. So once I'm done with this all configuration, I'll move ahead and build the thing for the Spring Boot application. As we all know that within Spring Boot, or we have entity, controller, repository, and services. Like the best practice to code Spring Boot application is this. We're going to have a controller where we are setting, like, where we have mapped all the RESTful connection. Like for this URL call, I'm going to call this service or this operation. And with this and within entity, I'm going to define the table. Like this will be my entity as a product. I had annotated this class as an entity that will going to help me to map the this class with the table I have created in the Postgres. So here you can see that I created a table as a product with the following parameter: ID, name, text, place, type, place, and warranty. And the same stuff I had provided over here. Like I had created an ID, like the attributes for this product attribute is ID, name, type, place, and warranty. And so same, I had just created data set and created an overrided the toString method for the same input. So once we have entity with us, so entity is nothing, mapping the values. I'm mapping the Java object with the Postgres table. So that's what I'm doing. So as we have seen the entity, now let's have a look on controller, like Java controller. But before that, let's have a look on repository, like what we have done in repository. So within the repository is nothing but I'm doing the operations using a repository annotation, like adding some instance in the DB. Like even I can write the queries for the same, but we have pre-built queries in the JPA repository. So I have just extended all the methods which has been written in the JPA repository interface. As you can see here, that we have save and flush, save all and flush, delete, save, find all, finding by getting reference by ID and all. So the different CRUD operations has already been coded in the JPA repository. So we can make use of that repository. If we use JPA repository, so we don't need to write the extra query for getting data from the DB or adding data from the DB, like adding data to the DB or doing some CRUD operation, like creating table, updating values, and different CRUD operation. So once I'm done with the repository, I'm going to move ahead with the service part and the controller part. Let's start with the controller. So I have auto-wired my service. Before that, annotate the auto-wired annotation is something which will search within the Spring container and see, like, do we have the service component or bean within my Spring container or not. So for that, I had make my product service as a service, and service is equivalent, most equivalent to the component annotation. So we have multiple annotation within our Spring. So we have component annotation, which is equivalent to my service annotation, which is and also controller annotation and repository annotation. Repository annotation. So the component is the parent type of thing, which is equivalent to service annotation, controller annotation, and the repository annotation. So here what I have done, I had used service, which is sub annotation of the component type. Like it will have more and such functionality as of component, because it will going to create an object for my product service while the Spring Boot application starts. And the same object I can hook, or I can get using the auto-wire annotation over here. That makes the loosely coupled code. So here you can see that I had used REST controller annotation in order to make my application RESTful API. So in order to make a RESTful API call, I had made use of REST controller annotation. And here you can see that I had used get mapping, which is been there for REST controller. So I'll get within get mapping, I'll going to provide the URL, like for get all product URL. I'm going to perform this operation, or I'm going to do this thing. And service is my auto-wire, like service is been picked by an auto-wire from the Spring container. So by using that service method, by using the service object, I'm going to call this get all product. And within get all product, I have defined, I'm just getting the, I'm just returning the db.findAll, and db is nothing but my product db. I had auto-wired product db, and product db is nothing but my repository. Within repository, we have seen that we have multiple options. So as you can see over here, that db is the object of product db, which is not which is nothing but an repository. So we have this many functions which are there within repository. Like we could get the counts, we could save the thing, we could delete the entity, or we could delete the objects from the table, and lots more operations are there. So as of requirement, I've just get findAll. I've used findAll method in order to get all the products. So here I'm just returning the list of products which I'm receiving from service. Okay, so I'm going to show you the example for the same. So here I have made use of the Postman API call, and here you can see that I'm making get request to my localhost 8080 get all product. Before that, I'm going to need to start my Spring Boot application. For same, I'm going to go to my product Spring application.java, which is annotated by Spring Boot application. I'll go and run my Spring Boot application over here. So let's wait for some time till the time it start. So I just got an error that class not found exception. So in order to overcome that type of exception in the Spring Boot application, you need to go in Maven, just update the project and click on the offline and re-update your Maven repository file. Once you are done with that, just rerun your application products Spring application.java. You'll going to see that your Tomcat has been started with the port 8080. So now I can make a call localhost 8080 to the gate or product mapping. And here you can see that I'm going to get all list of products which are there within my Postgres or the PGI. So in the similar fashion, I had mapped multiple resources entries, like I had handled get product by name, where I'm getting product as per the name. So here you can see that I had make a call to localhost 8080 get product by name, and I passed Apple mouse because here we have seen that we have product named as Apple mouse. Wait, I'll show you. So with ID 13, I have my entry in the table in the DB with name as Apple mouse. I'll just make a call to get product by name using Apple mouse. And here I had fetched the path variable using annotation of path variable, and I had stored it in the name. And here also I had make use of service class in order to get product by name. And here you can see that within service class, I'm just returning the db.find by name, and db.find by name I defined in the interface repository. Find by name. I didn't return any logic over here. I just written the abstract view of the method that I'm going to have a public list find by name. Its logic is already been written. So I'll show you some more operations that we can do. We have multiple operations like find by name, find by ID, find by place, find by type, find by warranty. We can get all the data based on this. Okay. So now let's move ahead by adding product to the DB. In order to add product to the DB, I had made use of post mapping annotation, and I had made use of service class also, like service class object. And within service class, I had defined a method add product where I'm just saving the product in my DB, and DB is nothing but the repository object of a repository. So after that, I had done delete mapping. So I had handled delete operation as well using delete mapping annotation. And after that, coming to the assignment 3 of Telescope. So they have asked us to perform all the operations that we have done in the core Java product project, like getting a product with the text, or getting product by the place, or getting product whose warranty has been exceeded. So in order to do so, what I have done, I have handled all the requests using the get mapping, and here is the URL for the same. Getting product with the text. Suppose I want product with that consists black in either of its name or in type or in place. So I'm going to collect all the list, and I'm going to return the same to an API call as a response. And here the get mapping is there, where I'll show the operation for the same. Getting product with the text black. So I'm going to get all the object who have black either in name, either in place, either in type. Okay. In the similar fashion, I'm going to get the products whose warranty has been exceeded. Getting product out of warranty. So I have make use of stream API over here in order to filter the list based on their warranty, and I collected all the list, like all the product whose warranty had been exceeded. So here I'll show you an example for the same. I'd make a call to get call to localhost 8080 using the get product out of warranty, and I'm going to get an object list of object whose warranty has been expired, or who the product which is out of warranty. So as we can see here that we have received a list whose warranty is 2021, 2021, 22, 20, 22, 22, 22, 20, and the current year is 23. So these are the list of products whose warranty has been expired. So these are the operation that we can do with the help of Spring Boot RESTful API as a CRUD operation. So thanks for watching this video, and do subscribe our channel for more updates.